The water was running red. That's a quote from a witness who watched a man fight off a monster shark, only to have it come back and kill him. Happened today in New Zealand. News choppers spotted that shark after the attack. Experts say it's up to 14 feet long, probably a great white, though they can't be sure. That witness says that it went after a swimmer, but swam away after a struggle, and then came back with a vengeance, as the tourists put it, and landed its deadly attack. Police immediately went after the shark, firing shot after shot into the water. The victim's blood still clenched, I should say the victim's body still clenched in that shark's jaws. Wow. Trace Gallagher is in our West Coast newsroom. How far off the shore was this victim at the time, Trace?
About 500 or 600 feet, Shep, and now investigators believe there were actually a couple, maybe 3 sharks that were out in the water feeding on birds and fish, and that this man actually swam right into the middle of it. When the police helicopter spotted the shark, he was still attacking the man, and a fisherman who was nearby witnessed the entire thing. Listen to him.
He just yelled out, "A shark!" And next minute we saw him like rolling around. There was blood everywhere on the water. The first time it was like 1 shark, but all of the sudden after 5-6 minutes after that, we saw about like 3 sharks all over him, rolling him around.
When the police arrived on scene in their boats, they shot the shark about 12 times. The shark still had the man in its jaws before finally letting go and rolling over. The man has now been identified as 46-year-old Adam Strange, a very well-known TV and film director in New Zealand. In fact, this film, Aphrodite's Farm, won the best short film at the Berlin Film Festival.
Wow. Trace, I'm reading that there had been a shark sighting before this happened.
Yeah, in fact, another man said that a great white shark swam right by him and that he went up and he reported it to authorities, but because shark sightings are so rare in New Zealand that nobody believed him. The last confirmed attack in that country, 1976. Police say minutes before the attack, there were hundreds of school kids who were swimming just a few feet away from where the attack happened. Now, as you said, it's not confirmed to be a great white shark, but a local marine biologist says at 14 feet, he's got a pretty good guess. Listen.
It's most likely to have been a white shark in this instance. In reality, the only sharks around New Zealand that ever really take on prey items as big as a person would be a great white.
There were 80 shark attacks worldwide last year. 11, to check that, 7 of them were fatal. 10 years prior to that, they had an average of about 4 fatal attacks per year. Shep.
Trace Gallagher in Los Angeles. Trace, thanks. With us now is a man who knew the victim in this case. Tim Jago is on the phone with us. He's outside Auckland, New Zealand, and live on the phone with us, sir. I understand you had a service for the victim today.
Yeah, that's right, Shep. We're literally just 5 minutes ago we walked off the beach where we had a dawn ceremony to lift what we call a tapu, which is a ban. It's an indigenous people's ban on activities on the beach and the water until it's been cleansed. So Adam's family, the local community, and friends all gathered down there at dawn, and we've had an hour and a half of prayer and bits and pieces just to lift that tapu.
Wow. Adam was there just enjoying the day, or what was he doing?
Adam was training for a long distance swim. It was a fundraiser swim for charity. Many people involved in it. He was just out in the ocean that he spends all his free time in, either surfing or swimming in. And the amazing thing is that there were about a dozen other people within a 200-metre radius of him also swimming and surfing. He had swum over to some of them and spoken to them and laughed, and then just carried on his training swim. And as you sort of quite correctly sort of reported, probably just swam right into the middle of a feeding frenzy with these sharks.
I know you mentioned he's in the water a lot and loved the ocean. Had he talked about sharks? Did he have concerns about sharks or feelings toward them?
Never talked about them, but look, we all live on this piece of coast. We've never had shark problems here ever, so we just dismiss them as sort of things that movies and books are all about. This has been a sudden correction in our thinking, I guess.
How's his family doing?
Look, they're amazingly strong. Adam's mother flew up country late last night to join us. His wife and young daughter and mother-in-law, they've all been with us today, and a couple of brothers and sisters, and participating. The ceremony that we've been through was all for them. And they've been at the forefront and putting on a really brave face in some quite extraordinary circumstances. And, there's a lot of media interest down here. All the TV stations are camped out on the beach, and international media such as yourself and from Britain showing a lot of interest. And so really we've just been sort of shielding them from that a little bit so they can get on with their grieving.
Yeah. Tim Jago, good for you. All the best to them and all of you. Thank you.